Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Home of Politics. This is Jemima, and today we are talking about Musalia Mudavadi, the cabinet secretary who was once a leader of ANC party which folded to merge with UDA party. My good people, there is a party that have been launched yesterday. Its name is DNA party. It is in length. Its name is the Democratic National Alliance. Something that is good with this party, it's not a party that has primarily started with itself, but a party that has rebranded from one party to another. Only the names that have changed. The prior name of the party was called USP, and this USP party, the party officials and other things, they are the same people who have moved to this DNA party. And something that is raising a lot of questions in our minds is that these party officials, even the party leaders, includes those former ANC party members and party officials who have come again to form this DNA party. ANC formerly belonged to Musalia Mudavadi, but when he merged it with the UDA, then it was clearly known that Musalia Mudavadi has no any political party. But even if during this launching, Musalia Mudavadi distanced himself so much with the DNA party, even there is nowhere where DNA party mentioned Musalia Mudavadi as their leader or the flag bearer come 2027. This has been very silent, or I don't know what is the meaning of this. And so, my good people, because of the party officials who were formerly linked with the ANC party, then there is something that is going on. There have been a lot of speculations that since this DNA party has been formed, Musalia Mudavadi is expected to resign anytime from now so that he can establish grassroots campaign with this DNA party. But we are yet to know the facts. There are those who have been saying that Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of Kenya, has tried to reach Musalia Mudavadi so that he can resign from his cabinet seat and come back to deputize Matiang'i under Jubilee. And so there's a lot that is going on, and it is good that you understand where this politics of Musalia Mudavadi with the DNA party and other perception are heading to. But before that, if you're here for the first time, remember to subscribe, to like, to comment. Also remember to turn on your notification button so that you get information on time. And so, my good people, because there is nowhere where this party has shown any connection with Musalia Mudavadi, but we ask why the same officials, why the same members of ANC party are the same people who are in the DNA party. Something might be cooking. And so, if he has not declared anything to do with the DNA party, it is now very clear that Musalia Mudavadi is showing his 100% support to President William Samoei Ruto when he is working in his office, and even if he is going to the ground, even if he is giving out the speeches, he is just telling us about the two-term. He is telling us that this president will come and win elections in 2027. So, according to his recent speech, in fact today, in Malava, they have been having an economic empowerment drive. And his speech has shocked a lot of people, because even if this DNA party have been formed, people are speculating that he is looking for a way to exit UDA. But today he has just talked openly that he is supporting President William Samoei Ruto, and come 2027, President William Samoei Ruto will win clearly with clean votes, with no other things but clean votes, because President William Samoei Ruto is the love of Kenya. Here is the tip.
Let us stop casting doubt in the integrity of IBC. IBC will conduct a free and fair election, and IBC will not allow stealing. And President Ruto is not going to steal the votes. And President Ruto has not assigned anybody to steal the votes. President Ruto is going to win democratically kupitia kwa hiari ya wananchi. Tuache hii siasa duni. We don't want this kind of nonsense. That is cheap politics. Wewe kama ni wa Kenya Kwanza, if you believe in Ruto, don't talk about Ruto stealing votes. Talk about Ruto winning votes. This is the message we should send to our people. Kwa sababu tunazungumza kama sisi ni watoto. Unasimama hapa, you are talking to serious people, international media, local media, the church and everybody. Alafu unasema ati hata kama ni kuiba tutaiba. Hii ni kuharibu jina ya Kenya Kwanza. We are not in the business of stealing votes. We are in the business of asking and winning legitimate elections. And that is how President Ruto is going to win the election.
My good people, from what you've just heard, then it is clear that something is being hidden. If the agenda of this Musalia Mudavadi is to mobilize again the Luhya community to rally behind this President William Samoei Ruto, then the issue of DNA party emerging right now with his former party officials in this new party, we are wondering what is happening. Is he going to exit UDA so that he can form another new room somewhere so that he can champion for his future career in politics? Is he going to maintain his relationship like the way we have been hearing? But the fact of the matter is that in politics, nothing should be ignored. There is nothing to be taken for granted, because if it is there, or if you have a hint of something, then something is cooking around that hint or that rumors. And so we can't take it for granted, because many people have been saying that he is yet to resign. He is forming a new party because he wants a backup. But here is the fact about it. You remember some of the MPs are saying that he is going to resign so that he can join that DCP party or Jubilee party so that he can deputize Matiang'i. The fact is that right now Musalia Mudavadi is very loyal to President William Samoei Ruto. He is doing his work very, very well, and he is not showing any signs or symptoms of being disturbed, or is not showing any sign of another calculated moves politically. But because in politics there's nothing to be ignored, then this is what is cooking, because strategies in politics is very important. And so number one thing is that DNA is a backup or alternative option for this Musalia Mudavadi in 2027. This is because the time when this ANC party belonging to Musalia Mudavadi folded, then people were thinking that Musalia Mudavadi is just doing like that so that he can disappear from politics 100% after this issue of elections. But we see there must be something that he is preparing, because ANC party has been one of the parties that have been existing in Western Kenya, and it has been doing very well, except issues of here and there, but it was doing very well. And so if he is sitting there supporting UDA and he does not have his own party, yet we know you must have something in order to secure seats, job positions for your people in the ground, then it means that what will he bring in the table come 2027 if people are being given opportunities? And so ANC, since it was folded, right now DNA will be an alternative for Musalia Mudavadi. Remember, the constitution does not allow a cabinet secretary to directly involve in politics or ground mobilization. And if Musalia Mudavadi right now his arms or his hands are tied with the constitution, it means that he must look for a room somewhere where he can give that that appointment to people who will mobilize the ground. And through these former ANC officials who have been working closely with Musalia Mudavadi, then it will not be a new assignment to them. They are going to mobilize the ground effectively for Musalia Mudavadi, even if himself cannot do campaign or politics while in office as a CS. Another thing, my good people, we know that there is no a single party that has ever gone to elections after the reign of Moi and has won election. We are used to coalition politics in Kenya, and if coalition is a formation or a union of many political parties with agreements, then we understand that Musalia Mudavadi here is focusing on having his own political party, so that if a coalition is formed in 2027 by those parties inside Kenya Kwanza, he will be counted among those party leaders or those people who have a party. This is because if you have your own political party filled with a lot of followers or members, this means that you can have the MCS in the ground through that same party. You can have MPs, women reps, governors. You can have so many positions. And so if you align with yourself very well with this politics and you have your party, then it means that you can have a bigger share, or you can have a word to speak before others in the coalition. It is just very, very obvious that if you have no followers, then you will bring nothing on the table. The same issue is just a clear example of a union between Raila Odinga previously in the election and Martha Karua. Martha Karua with his NAG party, he had no MCA, he had no a woman rep, he had nobody but Martha Karua alone as a deputy, a running mate. How could he bring something to the table? How could he convince the followers that I have brought this number of people on the table? Even if for heavenly sake Raila Odinga could have won the elections, how could NAC Kenya share positions with other political parties in that coalition, yet one person alone who has not brought a lot of people, or who has no influence on the table, can get a share like those people who are very influential? And so to have a political party that is very active is very significant in politics, and that is where Musalia Mudavadi is targeting. Ladies and gentlemen, we should understand that if you have a backup, it counts a lot in politics, because you can even grow horns and say, if you are not giving me this and this position, me with my party, we will leave, or we are going to quit. And so you see, they will follow you because they know if you quit, you have a lot of impact that will bring in that coalition. Another thing, my good people, bargaining power, you must have a lot of followers, you must have a lot of influence if you want to have strong bargaining power. It is very important you have your own people. This is because you can't tell me that you want maybe special seats like that one of maybe interior, CS, security and defense, and you don't have people who are bringing on the table, and you want to be given a lot of shares or a lot of positions and opportunities. Maybe this one can be very difficult. And so for Musalia Mudavadi, of late people have been talking negatively about him, especially his opponents from the same western region. This leader like George Natembea, governor of Trans Nzoia County, they have been slamming Musalia Mudavadi left, right and center because he does not have a party since he folded ANC. And because of late, the other opposition has been very vocal, taking movement and convincing a lot of population. Then they are telling us that even if Musalia Mudavadi is on the national politics, there's nothing we are going to benefit. There's nothing he will bring back at home, because first thing, he doesn't have any party. How will he be given a position? How will he be given opportunities or development to bring back home? Yet he has no his own political party. And so with this pressure that these other leaders are exerting on Musalia Mudavadi, it is that reason that is making him to look for another option, and so as to increase his bargaining power. So Right now, maybe if things go well, he can go there, but again say that no, even if I folded ANC, I have this and this, just in case things are going wrong on the table in 2027, then he can stand up, tell us that I have my own party, you can't intimidate me, I can make a choice or a decision on my own. And so, finally, my good people, politics, you must remain relevant. Come rain, come sunshine. If things are difficult or are very soft, you must remain relevant in politics. This is because Musalia Mudavadi have been politician for many years, and right now you see even their age, they are aging. They are almost their 70s in years, and you see they have remained relevant in politics. They have survival tactics, and so moving from one party to another, or changing the style and strategies of politics, can make you remain relevant in politics. So many leaders from opposition have been expecting that Mudavadi, after this 2027 or after this regime, then his cabinet secretary seat will have expired and he goes home direct and keep quiet there. For him, that one will be a no, because he must know how to remain relevant in politics. And how can you remain relevant yet you don't have your party, you don't have anything to tell the people? And by remaining relevant, it means that you should have a strong backup of a political party, of members, of something that can make you be seen in public. And so, my good people, even if we are seeing this, that Musalia Mudavadi is trying to distance himself with the launching of new political party, with the issue of being a political a party leader from somewhere in this politics. But the fact is, he is strategizing silently while in the office, so that 2027 he can come out and give his clear direction. But for now, he is supporting the government of President William Samoei Ruto 100%. Up to 2027, he will support him. But for me, guys, that one is my analysis. If you are here with a contrary opinion about what I've just said, then share with me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.